y'all been around for a minute, you already know I think about things, life, experiences we don't have, and deeper ways. I can't say that most do, but many don't, as far as we know, just to be lenient about it. But it's good to be alive today, you know. They just try to hit Trump. It's good to be alive today. And although I'm smiling, I ain't making no joke about it because it's serious, you know. No matter how we may feel about it, you know, question everything. I question it myself, but another human being was unfortunately lost and took away from his family in the course of that. So, you know, I don't wish that on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's hard to. They don't play with us so long. I get it. You know, when it comes to news, media, politics, you know, so and everything else, you know, we don't been played with so long that a lot of times it's hard to. It don't put us in positions where we don't trust nothing we see, you know, even when it is real, because it don't been so much false and fake, you know, projected in the midst of it, and I get it, but you know, sometimes then on the other side, sometimes things realer than even it's appearing to be, you know, because we had a crucial, once again, we had a crucial time in life, in history, in our own lives, and in the world, the lives of those that we all have to interact with day by day. The cashier in the grocery store, you know, the gas attendant in the convenience store. So forth and so on, you know. It's so much that we take for granted, or we don't even, you know, we don't even know. We have no idea, you know. We got those too. Remember on the Matrix, everybody want woke, and the ones that was, and the ones that was, we know about being the ones watching the movie, just to use an analogy, you know what I'm saying? As well as we got a chance to see who was the agents to make sure everybody stayed dumbed down, as well as we seen the millions of people, which gets me to the point, as well as seeing the millions of people that just woke up every day and operated like an NPC, you know? Yeah. And what's always been amazing about the analogies that I use, especially when I speak on movies or whatever, is because it ain't no different than what we actually facing. It's going on right now. Everybody ain't asleep, but everybody ain't woke. And then some of the sleep act more woke than those who supposed to be woke. And then some of those woke act like they ain't never been woke. They still asleep. You know, you gotta line your bed where you make it at, as the ancestors used to say. Everybody don't fall in the same space or in the same place of what I'm expressing through the demonstration that I'm expressing it through. But somebody falls somewhere. We all fall in one of those spaces. You hear me? What I'm expressing, it just accounts for, you know, how I deal with myself in the way that I view things, in the way that I perceive things. Not always based off how I have experienced things, but always in reflection of. So in that case, you know, I deal with myself in ways that most people won't, and many don't. And I get to see that through my interactions with others. I've been seeing it all my life through my interactions with others. Even before, you know, I was woke to what I was really seeing. You hear me? I was known to be a stuffer, you know, meaning I kept everything to myself. So I've always internalized things and what we call reality in our experiences, in ways that was a gift and a curse. You know, it don't make me, and those that do, who resonate with what I'm saying, it don't make us no better than nobody, but it don't make us no less. You hear me? But I've always internalized my experiences and what we experience, you know, from multiple points of perception. I always try to put myself in the other person's shoes, cause everybody view count, you know. But it was a time where I didn't understand that, and my lack of understanding to how life, how spirit, how source, cause the unseen play a major part in the way that I saw. You hear me? I thought everybody saw things like me, you know. But as we grow, as we experience, and the more we experience and the more we grow, we start to realize, you know, things about ourselves that we see in ourselves and think that it's reflected in our perception of others because of the potential that we see in others. And that ain't a good or a bad thing, but it's definitely a teacher, you know. And I think I can speak for all of us when I say, in a lot of our ways, however we may be, we thought everybody thought like that. We may have thought everybody felt like that. We may have thought everybody saw things like that, you know. And we find out through the process of growing that it just don't work like that. You hear me? We all did, right? Because that's the part that can't be missed. We ain't better than nobody else, but we ain't lesser than nothing. You know, everybody got a truth. You know, everybody's truth count. You hear me? I'm just me expressing mine, you know, and authentically me. It's an honor to be here. I hope everybody feeling good today for no reason at all, you know. Yeah, I just came through to talk to us for a little bit, you know. We gotta know where we at all times, you know. I said previously, continue to check in with yourself, you know where you at with you when it comes to your attitude towards yourself. Know where you at with you when it comes to your attitude towards others. Know where you at when it comes to your health, when it comes to your eating habits. Know where you at when it comes to your behavior. Know where you at when it comes to your attitude. You know, where are you at when it comes to your spirituality? You know, how you embrace your belief systems, other things that you believe. You know, because all our views don't stay the same all our life. If the same views you had, depending on your age 10 years ago, still the same. If the same views you had 20 years ago, depending on your age, still the same. If the same views that you had 30 years ago, depending on your age, still the same, then you got a serious problem. Because that means you ain't grown at all, you hear me? And if ain't nobody told you, then maybe let me be the one to tell you if you come across this page, you know. It's something wrong with that. And yeah, it's something wrong with that, you know. We all been through things, but we still shouldn't be going through things that we already been through, especially if we ain't going through what we already been through. But to clarify what I'm saying is, carrying that shit emotionally, carrying that shit mentally. That's why I talk about the things that I do. You know, I turn lights on. I turn lights on that sometimes don't want to be turned on. You know, sometimes I turn lights on through the things that I say that's triggering. And you know, when the light come on and it show you what it's gonna show you about yourself. You see, I turn the lights on, you know, and the reason that I turn lights on because I rather learn from your mistakes than learn from my own, you know, and it take wisdom to see that. So if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you this, at the same time I'm telling you it take wisdom to see this, but if you can't recognize what you're hearing, then you won't even see the wisdom in this. It's because I know. I had to figure it out, you see, because I had to learn from my own mistakes. But if I can learn from your mistakes, you know, I wouldn't make none, because I make sure that I learn from your mistakes. So ain't nothing wrong with change, because I ain't always think like this. So I had to learn the hard way. And by learning the hard way, you know, I figured it out. You hear me? So whoever I'm talking to, you ain't gotta stay stuck. You hear me? You know, you ain't gotta stay stuck. And I don't expect you to show up how I show up. But that ain't always been the case, you know. And why I share that is because, once again, I wouldn't be so firm on it take more than potential if recognizing that didn't teach me something. You know, sometimes a lot of times we see potential. We see potential in people that they don't see in themselves. And anytime we see potential in people that they don't see in themselves, and they're not able to live up to this potential that you see, sometimes it could be disappointing. You know, and according to that analogy, we all may have been disappointed to somebody at some time. You know, but. And that's okay, you know. I'm just glad to say that it's okay. We all been suspect to that. I'm sure if we hear in this human experience, but cause I ain't gonna stay long. I just want to say, as I said, I don't expect you to show up how I show up. Just show up and do something that I say. It'll work. It work if you work it. I can't make it work for you, but it work if you work it. You hear me? Speak life over your life. You know, command change over your life. You know, and as I like to say, we're gonna finish this one better than we started. All you gotta do is show up, cause when you are who you are, because of who you are and not what you have, and people can love you for that, you're a different kind of being. It's an honor to be here. My name is Sabu. Feel good for no reason at all. I love y'all, family. Peace.